Hello, this is Pat from Asteroid X. We spend about $12 million a year on Amazon, and I'm here to tell you what we learned. And today I'm going to talk about something criminally underrated, okay? This is, if sellers would only do this, they would add an extra zero to their top line revenue every year. I am pretty sure, right? I've seen hundreds of sellers. This is the one most important thing that they are not doing that they really should. And it's just simple, so it's right in front of your nose. You don't think about it. It's product, right? It's very tempting to go out and chase that shiny object on Amazon. So the newest type of ad unit, the conversion rate optimization, listing optimization, enhanced brand content, all that stuff's great. It's awesome. I love it. But none of it works without a good product. And I could just say good product all day, but let me tell you what I mean. There is a business accelerator. Have you heard of these things? There's a business accelerator in the US called YCombinator, founded by Paul Graham. And what YCombinator does is they take, they've been responsible over the last several years for some of the largest, most successful startups you've heard of. Coinbase, Stripe, AirBnB, they all went through YCombinator, right? They're producing some generational companies there. Really impressive stuff. And in their sort of methodology, the way they treat these startups, and I think, try thinking about yourself and your company the same way, is that they don't really let their startups think about anything else until they've achieved what they call product market fit, or PMF for short, right? This is basically, as you can probably tell from the name, right, it's where the product meets a need in the market that's so strong, right, that it really, there's a resonance there. And there's a saying too that we've been using recently where we're saying the best products are not supplements, they are painkillers, right? Are you solving a really hard problem for people? Is there a point of differentiation? And when it comes to physical goods, how's the quality, right? How's the literal build quality, the engineering behind the product, right? If sellers would focus more on this and less on the front end stuff, all the front end stuff gets easier, right? I have a few examples kind of how, how literally having better product improves business performance down the line. So I'll put those up here, but fewer returns. So fair, so you get to keep more cash that you're making in top line. Less time spent on customer service, replacing stuff, so on and so forth. Fewer defective items, less NCX scores, fewer A to Z claims. So you get suspended off of this stuff as well, and the revenue channel just goes away, right? Better reviews, but not just that. If you have a 5-star average, you'll have higher click-through rates and conversions, so that helps too, right? But it's predicated on the product. And a lower ACoS, because if you had, excellent reviews and more reviews than competition because your product was better, you would convert at a higher rate, and then it costs you less to acquire that customer, so your ACoS goes down, so you're actually more profitable, etc. Right? I mean, the whole setup, business in general will reward the best value, but so this is just a manifestation of that effectively. Back to the YCombinator example, they really, if your pre and post product market fit, right? Once you get to product market fit, you can focus on scaling and focus on advertisement and growth and whatever else, right? But until you find that point of resonance, one symptom of this sort of resonant state would be that your customers are referring other customers, right? Word of mouth is extremely strong. The business would grow organically, even without any sort of advertising dollars put into the system, right? That's one symptom of product market fit, right? So it's just really, it's something to think about, and I encourage you to look at your product lineup, see where stuff is weak and where it could be improved, and patch those holes, right? I have a few examples too, and I'll pull it up here. In regards to, I call this the customer data stream. We're so lucky to be in e-commerce and not, say, physical retail, where there's so much data coming from e-commerce that you can really have a self-improving or a sort of an anti-fragile product lineup in this way. So here are 4 data streams that you can leverage to improve your product quality, and therefore all of the other things that we just talked about: sales, reviews, conversion rates, return rates, all this stuff, right? And have a really strong, healthy business. So reviews, right? I'd look at 2, 3, and 4 star. 1 star reviews, you know, okay, I'll cut you some slack on that one. But your 2, 3s, and 4s, we got to talk about. See if there's any merit to them, right? It's tough to read sometimes. I get it, you know, but super valuable, right? Voice of the customer. Here's how to get to voice of the customer. The buyer-seller messaging system. If you are handling your customer support, or this is especially for FBM items, FBM SKUs, or if you have a support person doing it, you know, what we started doing is just logging common errors and complaints, right, on the SKU level if you can, and you can work to address those things, like patch them up, right? And lastly, seller feedback, right? If you take all 4 of these data streams and you start logging them, and then you start finding the patterns, you can fix those problems, resulting in better products, resulting in better performance across the board. And that is the product stuff. The job is never over. It is a constant, you know, virtuous cycle of feedback and improvement. But if you start today, you will be amazed where you'll be next year, this time next year, right? That's it for today on product. Thanks a lot, and see you in the next one.